right. Next speaker I'd like to call up is Pete Berman here. Pete, are you ready to speak? For those of you who don't know Peter Berman, he was one of the bidders on the movie theater. His company, the Ruby Group, bid on this theater with the intention of keeping it a movie theater. I'll let him introduce himself. Oh, and remember to sign in over there on the table against this wall here. And there's coffee over there too if you're cold.
Thank everybody for coming out. I mean, not really on our behalf, but I guess on the town's behalf. Yeah, on your own behalf as residents. But we've done a lot of other projects here in Monroe and elsewhere. So just to address a couple of concerns that people may have, the movie theater is a profitable business. The previous loan or note on the building was tremendous, and it wasn't sustainable, and there were some management problems. We've toured the building. We know exactly what it's going to cost us to renovate it, reopen a theater. We have cost estimates to install all digital, which is the new technology. It's a pretty well thought out plan. We have 2 different theater operators. You know, if we get to the point where this is serious and the town is ready to really talk, we can take them out to see the other theater operators that we're talking to. Some questions were asked on Facebook, like why we haven't announced who it is. Frankly, those people with their businesses don't want to get pulled in right now to the nastiness that's out there. But I'm a local guy. We live right here in Warwick. My kids went to nursery school here in Monroe. My wife and I used to go to the theater when it was open. I assure all of you that we will reopen it as a theater. I'm quite confident that the building can't be cost effectively repurposed into office space. So keep it up. I mean, we lose auctions all the time. Just so anybody thinks this is sour grapes. We lose way more auctions than we get. We go to the courthouse between 3 and 5 times a week for auctions. It's definitely a business where you lose all the time, and you shake hands with the guy that wins and you wish them the best of luck. And some of the town council people have asked in public why we didn't keep bidding if it was such a good deal. I don't know how many people have tried to fight the government, but we're certainly not going to bid against them. So we're here with you. We're ready to take over. I've said it in public before. I'll say it again. We're prepared to make the town whole. You know that if the town doesn't close 30 days from the auction, they lose your money that they put up. Right? They have no reasons to back out. No reasons matter. If they go in the building and they find out it's not what they thought, too bad. If the title has restrictions, too bad, so sad. But we're prepared to make them whole for their bid, which we're not obligated to do. We can just wait till theirs fails and take it at our lower one. But we've agreed to protect the residents from that. So we're here.
Does the town have a contractor lined up to get any kind of bid on this?
I'm not aware of it.
Why don't we follow the money? Somebody's getting paid somewhere.
Somebody's getting paid. There are law firms right now working on your behalf to get you bonding. You know, call those law firms. Let those people know that are supposedly, they're working for you. The attorneys may be hired by the town board, but they're getting paid with your money. Make sure they know that you care. And listen, if there's somebody else that wants to pay the town more than we offered at the bid, I'll meet with them. I'll tell them everything we know about this building and the deal, and just as long as they're getting ready to open a theater. That's the bottom line for us.
Good evening, everyone. Is Irving Zuckerman here? Irving? Irving Zuckerman would like to speak. Irving has been a lifelong resident of the village of Monroe. His family's been building here for a long time. He's also on the Orange County Planning Board, and he'd like to say a few words, if you don't mind. Thank you.
I must tell you that. I must tell you that Pete Berman is my favorite competitor. He beats me. I beat him in business. His family is one of the more respected people in the business community. I'm sorry. Pete Berman is a great competitor. He's financially sound. He's a very intelligent, ethical guy. And I believe that Pete's family and Pete have the financial wherewithal to acquire a property like this and do an upgrade to make it work profitably. We've been working with the village, and not inconsistent with the town, for some time. The mayor honored me by serving on the comprehensive committee that was to bring this village back. It's the heart of Monroe. There is one Monroe. It's not the town versus the village. We, as the population of this community, should demand that. There is so much disharmony in the world, but let's start now. If our Hasidic friends can do things as a group and get them accomplished, so can we. The comprehensive plan was to become a social and shopping destination. So what we'll have is a ripple effect, a positive ripple effect, where you'll have a movie theater, you have, again, prospective purchasers that have the financial resources to hold the property until an operator can be put in place as either a tenant or a purchaser or a partner to this situation. The comprehensive plan of the county, Monroe is what's called a priority zone, which means the community of all of our towns and villages have a growth area, and this is a priority growth area where people can socialize. We have a park. We have a lot of there's a lot of new things happening. And just to be consistent, what Pete Berman's group and I guess a couple of others, think of the new ideas. We have in Monroe a $15 million medical center coming. We have the purchase recently of the Monroe Tube Company by a private group. The Heritage Trails plan is going through the village. The expansion of the library has been planned. It's a challenge, there's no question, but the library, which is next door, is going to eventually have a larger facility with more computer and other activities for our community. The new draw from the YMCA that we were pleased to be able to construct is drawing a lot of people here. The acquisition of, under the mayor's leadership, of the Ross Lumber parking, or Ross Lumber property would become a parking area also. We need the infrastructure to make the community work. Maintaining our pathway around the parks. Again, part of the comprehensive plan and the work that we're doing under the mayor's direction is helping this community to grow. It's an economic time of strife. It's a lot tougher now than it was before, which is why we have to be consistent and continue to try. We've never won a war by giving up. This is not a war, but it is certainly an economic impact to this community and to the social fabric of Monroe. So I'm just closed by saying there is a lack of intermunicipal cooperation. It is quite apparent. I don't believe in serving on the mayor's board with the head of the planning board and the engineer and the building department. These guys, I'm telling you, I've been in front of them as an applicant. They're responsible, they have a good vision, and under the village's leadership and with the support of people like Pete Berman, we have an opportunity here. We can't let it drop.